See how alarmingly easy that was? I am an underage 14-year-old who has unrestricted access to purchasing electronic cigarettes. Now, granted, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't make the same argument for traditional tobacco cigarettes. But we can't. Underage nicotine consumption implies the usage of nicotine delivery methods such as the electronic cigarette or the traditional tobacco cigarette by minors, which, determined by a country's federal law, here in Indonesia, where I live, has been defined to 17 years or under. Now, this poses a really big issue because the law clearly states on tobacco. But is there really such thing as underage nicotine consumption? To show you what I mean, let's take a trip down to my local mini market. Now, we can't deny the rights of companies to manufacture and distribute legal goods and services in an open market. But companies can be blamed for how they market their products. The very same reason why one particular e-cigarette company was recently under fire.
The Juul.
Been juuling.
Juul contains nicotine.
From Juul's modern design to Juul's advertisements contributed to the stimulation of curiosity among young users. Notice the placement of Juul in comparison to all tobacco cigarettes. Juuls were put at the front, where customers would first see the product as they want to purchase other items. This posed a big problem for Juul. From recent years, Juul has been filed several lawsuits from several parties in the American law. This point, it leads to Juul deliberately advertising to minors. Referring to a study conducted by Kyra L. Wiggin, Martin Ryman, and Sherlindra P. Jain, concluded that curiosity contributes to a desire for rewards and indulgence, primarily in addictive substances, such as alcohol and nicotine. This further supports the motives of young juveniles to commit acts such as underage smoking, vaping, drinking, and premarital intercourse. What was initially intended as a marketed alternative to former smokers became a new problem among the young. While the global population had seen a decrease in underage smoking in the previous years, underage vaping has just risen, especially in Asian countries. Therefore, how do we become the part of the solution? If you live in Indonesia, there's a good chance you've probably seen this picture before. Again, and again, and again. It's the warning label for nicotine usage. And while it might be effective in some instances, it took a really long time until smoking was discouraged. However, juvenile respondents in a study responded that they would never smoke, and it was viewed as gross, disgusting, for the many years it has been promoted for lung cancer, throat cancer, and dangers to our physiological health. Which brings us to vaping should be an act that would be looked upon as discouraging when done at a young age. And to do that, first, citizens would have to reconcile the idea that vaping is not attractive, as it has done for smoking. Colors and flavors should be limited, as some countries have already done before. And due to the looseliness of national law here in Indonesia, instead of tobacco, nicotine should be the main focus, as young vapers who consume nicotine from electronic cigarettes now have a potential to consume nicotine from real cigarette products, which are much more damaging. The young are the key to success in our future, and this is certainly not a good way to throw it down the drain. Thank you for watching.